Hey there, it's Anonymous Tea, where we spill the tea anonymously. Hello, 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 everyone. Hello, YouTubers. Hope you guys are all having an amazing day today, sending good vibes, sending positivity, sending blessings, and good energy to each and every single one of you. Thank you so much for tuning in. So, anything I say is alleged and in my very, very personal opinion. This is for entertainment purposes only. None of this is personal. The Copyright Act of 1976 is in the description box. Some meat and potatoes, some housekeeping items. It is free to follow me. Free to follow me on this channel, Anonymous Tea. Free to follow me on my other channel, Anonymous Tea Podcast. There is new content over there. Follow me on the Tickety Talk at Anonymous Tea Podcast. Free to follow me on the Instagram. On the Instagram, he's at AnonymousRealityTV. Free to share everywhere. Free to like the video so it gets out to the algorithm. Free to share with your family, your friends, and your foes, and coming or going, hit the like button. So today we got to talk about Duke Dennis, who is a streamer, who is from the AMP crew with CUSSES, finally has gotten around to seeing the backlash about Tone being in Target. And wants to call people hypocrites, wants to say that people, if Target offered them an opportunity to have their stuff, their products at their stores, they would take it. We got the video. We got the clip. Don't worry. I'm trying to set all this up. I'm just trying to figure out how I'm supposed to listen to somebody who lied about being a father, lied about the number of kids that they had, and, you know, was willing to play up that foolishness with the India love triangle with DDG at Streamer University. How I'm supposed to take this dude seriously. And you're allegedly a deadbeat to some of your kids. You're allegedly, you got women on the internet, your baby mamas on the internet fighting with each other, and some that were never was fighting with each other on the internet. And I'm supposed to take you seriously on what people are doing with their dollars and cents. Make it make sense. And my biggest issue before I play this is that Duke Dennis is making it seem as though Target is doing well and that black people really aren't boycotting. Now, I will say that not all of the black people are standing on business as it pertains to boycotting Target. I do not know why. I do not know why we cannot come together for anything, because this is a perfect example of anybody is willing to be bought. Anybody for the right price, for the right check, is willing to be bought, and that is not okay. But here's the thing, Duke Dennis. I'm going to need you to look at all of the articles that were out, all of the receipts that have been out about Target in the first quarter, how their sales have dropped drastically ever since the Target boycott. And you're up here talking about how you want your stuff to be in Walmart, that is also another store that roll back their DEI stuff. Listen, I understand that DEI primarily doesn't, primarily from what the stats were showing, depending on what area it was, black people were statistically the least impacted. However, they still were impacted, and still you have a presidency that basically equates DEI to black people. And however you want to slice it and dice it, Target is using AMP. They're using the popularity of CUSSES and all these streamers to get back the black buyer. Like what's not computing? What is not computing? So let's take a listen. I just wanted to set that up for y'all so we can then react.
Bro, I've been seeing a lot of people mad at us that we got Tone and Target, bro. And it's like, everybody that's saying that, bro, is they hypocrites, bro. They being hypocrites. They are lying. All right? Like, if they had a product and Target wanted them to put it in Target, they would do that because it's what's best for business. Like the same way our goal, like shout out to Target for putting Tone in Target, but that's not where it stopped. We want Tone in Walmart, CVS, Walgreens, gas stations. You feel me? All around the world, bro. You know what I'm saying? That's, bro. If you actually, no cap, if you actually are an entrepreneur and you own a business, and if you didn't that would be bad for business, you stupid motherfucker. What the fuck? Like, bro, no cap, they are lying though. That's the crazy part. Like, the same people who got something to say, you telling me that if you had your product and Target was like, hey, can we please put your product in our store? You would say, no. Shut the fuck up. That's what I'm talking about.
And he's also forgetting the fact that there were several Black-owned businesses that were negatively impacted by this rollback and by people not buying their products and everything else. I just don't understand these streamers. They refuse to pay attention to what is going on. Target lost so much money due to the impact of Black people boycotting. And they're like, okay, since Black people are boycotting, let's use somebody who is popular. Let's use somebody who is well known and let them have their products in our store. No. Where was this energy last year before the election, you guys? Why didn't y'all want to do this when Biden was the president? Why are y'all doing this now? And this is what I'm talking about. This is how people fall for the okie doke. This is how people fall for the propaganda, is when Black people are like, listen, we're not going to partake in this. We are going to boycott this, place and this place or whatever else. We control a lot of y'all's economy with our dollars. With our spending. We spend trillions of dollars, y'all, at these stores. It's especially the designer labels, y'all. We spend trillions. And it just takes somebody to throw a check at you for you to not give a crap about how it looks, for you to not give a crap about being called, somebody who's not standing on business, being called, all types of names, and get all this backlash and get all this smoke. The bigger play would have been to say, we declined our deal with Target and work with the brands that support DEI. Work with Costco. Work with the businesses that support DEI, because ultimately, even if statistically we weren't the most impacted, we still ultimately were impacted. And that's the piece that, is getting lost in all this. But I'm going to need you also, Duke Dennis, to not be cussing people out and not to be calling people out their name and calling people hypocrites and calling people this and calling people that. The people who are standing on business as far as the Target boycott goes have been standing on business. The people who are not standing on business or who have never vocalized that they were done at Target or whatever else, they're still there. They were there before and they were going to be there after. Where the gray area comes into play here, you guys, is there are certain places in the country that are pretty rural, that are pretty much a small town, where you either have a Target, you either have a Walmart within, a certain mile radius that's closest to where your home is, right? And so then that's where things get dicey, right? Because it's like, okay, do I go to this Walmart? Do I go to this Target, even though this is the only thing that exists in my town? Or do I go to Amazon, that Amazon rolled back their stuff too? So there is a dilemma there in that particular gray area for those of you that live in certain areas that you don't have the option to just boycott because the only option is the place that is rolling back the DEI initiatives. But for the majority of a lot of these places, whether it's in the city, whether it's in the suburbs and everything else, most places have a Target, have a Walmart, and also have a Costco. So right then and there, you can make the conscious decision to say, you know what? Let's have our stuff in Costco. Let's, negotiate a deal with Costco, have Tone there instead. Let us take a stand that, yes, we understand, y'all know us as streamers, but we're not going to stand for any type of discriminatory actions of any kind. And we're going to stand with, Costco, who is very much DEI supportive and everything else with all of their initiatives. But y'all weren't thinking outside of the box. See, Dope Dennis, he's already like, it's got to be in CVS's, even though there's several CVS's closing. It's got to be in CVS. It's got to be in Walmart, right? It's got to be in Wally World. Even though Wally World has already admitted that they've, rolled back their DEI initiatives. But it's just giving they don't care. It is giving that they don't care. But this is the same problem that we have with Essence. In Essence, I got a lot to say about Essence, y'all. This is the same problem. Is, Target also sponsored Essence, one of the major sponsors. A lot of vendors pulled out. There was a lot of issues with Essence in particular this year. And there was a lot of celebrities and a lot of reality stars that attended. And I'm thinking to myself, like, Target is one of y'all major sponsors, and y'all couldn't just stay home this year. Y'all couldn't just take a stand for once for something. And this is my problem. We're not united. We are not united, you guys. Some people talk a big game, and they're going to be right up there at Target and right up there at Essence Festival, right? Some people have been practicing what they're preaching and standing on business and said, you know what? If I said that I am boycotting, that is what I'm going to do, right? I'll find another way. I'll find another store to support that has similar products. Like what is so difficult, y'all? And it's weird how y'all view Target like it's the creme de la creme, right? That it's like, it means you made it. It means status, right? But just as quickly as Target can put you in, they can also take you right back out. They can also take you right back out if they feel, at a certain point, you know what? I made the money back that I lost. We don't need y'all anymore. We can go back now into pushing other brands. But thank you for the next 3 to 6 months of doing what needed to be done, of getting ourselves boosted. We can now end our partnership with y'all. See, y'all are not looking long term. Y'all don't realize y'all being used. Y'all being used, and it is all a game. It is all a scheme set up by Todd to have the black customers back. And y'all fell right for the trap. All for the almighty dollar, y'all. And when this ends badly, because it's going to end, don't get it twisted. There's been several black businesses who unfortunately are no longer with Target. So at some point, this business venture is going to go sour. Everything looks good now because kids are posting that they're buying tone and everything else. So I'm sure initially the sales are going to be through the roof. But mark my words, this endeavor is not going to end well. It is not, y'all. So there is that. That is all for this video. Let me know your thoughts in the comments. Please do not forget to like, comment, and subscribe. Hit the notification bell so you're notified the moment I post new content on my channel. And with that being said, I'll talk to you guys again very soon.